Let's go on our third workshop with Tinkercad circuit. So you will click first on create a new circuit. What we want to do today is we want to use a microprocessor. A microprocessor is like a remote. You can program it and it will blink some lights, or you can turn off a motor when you want. So this microprocessor is called Arduino. So scroll down and select your Arduino there and slide it in the middle of your new circuit. Here we go. So this box, this blue box, there's some power going inside this box, and you can control if you put the current in the different pins. You see there's different pins, 13, 12, 11. You can send the current there when you want. Okay, so the first steps will be to just turn on a little light. We will use a LED, so the one on the top right on your component list, and we will add the LED on top of the Arduino. Let's keep it red. Okay. Remember that the LED, we always need to add a resistor. So I will select the resistor and I will slide the resistor. Let me give a little bit more space. Okay. When you add a resistor, you can change its value. If you keep 1 kilo ohm, that is 1000 ohms, the light will turn on, but will be light. If you select ohm and write 220 ohms, the light will be brighter. So let's select 200. So let me click again on it. You should have 220 ohms. So select in the menu there the ohm sign. Okay. Now we need to add the wire. We will connect the cathode to the ground, and I will change the color for black wire because it's the one that is to the ground. So I connect the ground to the cathode of the LED, and I will connect the anode to the resistor. I will make it red, and the terminal 1 of the resistor to the 13, and I will make it red too. Here we go. So the current is going in the 13 resistor, turn on the LED, and go back on the ground. Let's start the simulation. When you start the simulation, you should see the lights, the LEDs going on, off, on, off, on, off. Okay. We can change the time. So if you click on code next to the simulation button, toggle code editor, we have access to the code of the Arduino. So this is the code of the Arduino. There in the middle, that's all the blocks that are available if you want to change the code. Okay, so you have some blocks in output, input, notations, control, math, and variables. We will just use the blocks in output and in control today. Okay, so you see on the right, that's your code. Oops, let me turn. So what does I say? That says that we set the built-in LED that is the number 13 by default to high for 1 second, and we set the built-in LED to low for 1 second. So that means we turn on the LED 1 second and we turn off the LED 1 second. And by default, the codes repeat and repeat and repeat again. Make sense? So make sure that you have this code there and that you have these cables like wires, and it should work. I stop the simulation, and now I will add 2 more LEDs. We will blink some different colors. So let's remove, not remove, but just click back on code so we don't see the code anymore. And what we want to do is we want to add more LEDs. So instead of adding just the LEDs and having a lot of wires, we will delete everything and we will add a breadboard. Remember this breadboard there? We used that last week. So we take the breadboard and we'll put it on top of the Arduino. That will be really useful. That will remove some wires. Okay. And we want to have 3 LEDs. So scroll up. Let's add a red LED anywhere you want in the row E. And another one, let's say there, and I will change the color for yellow. And another one, and I will add the color for, let's say, green. Okay, you can choose the color that you want. It's really up to you. So we will have 3 LED. Okay. We will add some resistors. So what is great is that we can add the resistor either on the minus or the plus side. We will use the minus sign because it's a bit easier there. So grab a resistor and, okay, I will show you. You should have the resistor. Let me just show you up. I scroll up a lot. So when you add the resistor, it should be in the same column that your cathode and in the same row than the minus. Okay, so terminal 1 in the minus row and terminal 2 anywhere you want, but it will be in the B, like next to the cathode of your LED. And change the value of the resistor. So I click on the resistor again. Oops. And I change it to 220. So it will be brighter. And I need to add as many resistors as LEDs. So I need to add another resistor in the minus and next to the cathode of the yellow LED and change the value for 220. And one more in the minus and next to the cathode and the value 220. Okay, so we have all the elements. We have the LEDs, we have the resistor, and we have our Arduino. Now we need to add the wires. We will add the wires between the 13 and any holes that are connected to the anode of the red LED. I will make this cable red. Okay, so the 13 pin is connected to the red LED. The number 12 are connected to any holes that are connected to the anode. So that's the yellow one. And number 11 to any holes that are connected to the anode. All of them, they are connected. Okay, we are almost there. We have our currents coming in, and now we need to add the currents going out. So we need to link the ground. So any holes on this line, okay, to the ground of the Arduino, and I will make it black. Okay, so let's pause here a little bit and let's make sure that you have this circuit. 3 LEDs with the colors, wires going in, resistor, and the ground coming back. Okay. If we start the simulation, we have the red LED that turn on and off and on and off and on and off. Why? I'll let you think a little bit about that. If we open the code, we have just turning on the set built-in LED that is the number 13. By default, it's the number 13. So we need to turn on also the 12 and the 11. Okay. So in our block, in output, the second one is set pin. We take it and we slide it after the 1 second. And we say that we want to set the pin number 12 to I. After that, we click on Control. We grab the first block, wait 1 second, and we add it after. We come back on Output. We select the second block, set pin number 12 to low. We click back on Control for 1 second. Okay. So now it's turning, let's see, if we start the simulation, we are turning on the red light and yellow light, and red, and yellow. Now we need to add the green one too. So let's click on the block's output, and we grab the second one. And that time we will turn on the pin number 11, because that's the pin number 11 on the Arduino. Remember that this code is for the Arduino, not the breadboard. The breadboard has no code, just the Arduino has some code. So we want to send some current. Let's click back on Control for 1 second. Okay. And now we click back on Output and we set the pin number 11 to low. And let's click back on Control and add it there. So that's the code that you should have. The 2 first blue commands out for the 13 pin. This one are for the 12 pin, and this one are for the 11 pin. Let's start simulation. Red, yellow, and green. red, yellow, and green. That's awesome. So that's what you should, if you want to change the time, you can change the time like for 3 seconds instead of 1 second, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, etc., etc. And that's it for the little LEDs. I hope you enjoy. Bye bye.